In 2024, I wrote TCR 10 and I loved it. But I didn't very much like the organizing team. So for 2025, I was looking for an alternative. I am a pretty introverted person, but the vibe at the check-in, the briefing and the meal before the race started was like a huge family coming together. I was also very happy to learn that I would not have to keep proof of not riding too close to other participants, that we could in fact have lengthy chats on the road as long as we did not draft, and that the safety and the well-being of each rider was first and foremost on the organizer's mind. I settled into a small group of riders I ran into every now and then whenever our routes converged. I especially recall Moritz telling me not to turn back immediately at the Slovenian gate, but to turn right, where a hotel was open, serving delicious coffee and croissants. When I rode back up to the border pass, I stopped everybody who came down and passed on the intel. I doubt I would have dared doing that during TCR the year before. Giovinazzo to Amerongen was quite tough for me, both mentally and physically. But the reception at the finish was so warm, so welcoming, I immediately felt at home. I was not sure if I'd come back for chapter 3. But less than a month after finishing, I was quite convinced I would sign up, and so I did. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the VIA riders and the organizers again.
Sometimes you compare yourself too much with others, with Bruno, with Adam, with Lucas, with somebody else who is just in front of you. And it was hard for me to acknowledge the achievements I've already got. But when I climbed up Kütai, there were two pros came fast up the mountains, pushing like 300 watts. I just kept up with them. We talked to each other. And they were asking me, what are you doing here with all that luggage climbing up this shitty mountain? And I told them about VIA, about the gates. The only answer they gave me, I would never do that. That was a moment I realized, okay, it's already great what I achieved. And I just kept pushing and pushing and enjoyed all the rest of my ride.
Taking on VIA was a huge challenge for me. I'd never really done anything like that before. I'd done a few double day 300k kind of event. I actually got a coach, big up Jazz Muller, and I did train pretty well for it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was an amazing experience. I am so proud of what I did. I didn't get anywhere near finishing it, but that doesn't really matter. I managed about 800k in 7 days and 12,000 meters of climbing, I think it was. Then I scratched, and then I did a bit more, and all in all, turned out that I virtually rode the distance from Brighton, where I live, to John O'Groats. So I was quite happy to find that out, and I had the most incredible adventure, some quite overriding, joyful things. I met so many nice people. Obviously the scenery was incredible, and the day-on-day relentlessness of the effort. I managed it quite well, really. The route planning was probably my undoing. Ended up with a few disasters, being in the wrong place, on the wrong roads. But it's all a learning curve, and I have signed up for the adventure next year, which I'm hoping will be within my grasp to finish, because there's a route provided, so that should make life a bit easier.